So last night I watched Ricky Dicky Doodah Stanicky, or Ricky Stanicky for short. And it was definitely a movie. I feel like there's kind of been a resurgence for like these early 2000s type movies. There was that Jennifer Lawrence movie, No Hard Feelings, that came out a few months ago. I didn't watch it, but the reason why I watched Ricky Stanicky is because I really like the premise of the movie. A bunch of guys have been making up this fake friend. The lie catches up to them, and so they have to hire an actor. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of funny. The trailer intrigued me. I didn't think it was going to be a great movie or anything like that. Watching the movie last night, it made me realize just how much of all the funny bits were in that trailer. So I'm going to be talking about the entire film, so spoilers if you really care about Ricky Stanicky. The beginning of the film, it's Halloween, and they accidentally burn down a house, and so they blame it on Ricky Stanicky, and it's kind of the inception of this big lie. It's a decent opening. It kind of just awkwardly starts, and the kids, I feel like, don't have the best chemistry, but it's a short little scene. It's fine. Then something that I was kind of like, I gave the movie points for it. It starts off with an animated intro with a Gorillaz song, and I love Gorillaz, it's my favorite band. So I thought that was kind of fun. John Cena steals almost every scene that he's in. He's so charismatic and funny.
Thanks for coming out tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So horny to be here.
I don't know. He has like such a rubbery face. He should play like The Mask or something. He's like so bouncy in the movie, and he has such an energy, and the lines aren't written very well. Like there's so much like poop and cock jokes.
It's like he's smoking invisible dogs.
And all the funny jokes are in the trailer. He's like this washed up actor. There's a point in the movie where he's like licking liquor off cardboard next to a dumpster, and I thought that was kind of funny. So the three guys, they meet John Cena at a casino. John Cena, like, he kind of ducks away and he's like trying to hide, and there's like these two guys in like leather jackets. I thought that they were gonna do one of my least favorite tropes in these kind of comedy films. I hate this shit so much, where there's like a character that does drugs or something like that. A drug dealer is like after them. It's like every fucking movie, like The Sitter, Pineapple Express, and so many of these fucking comedy films have this trope, and it's just so overplayed and lame, but they don't really do that at the end. It's kind of a lame joke. If you like took out those guys, nothing would change. John Cena's being chased around for pretty much no reason, but it kind of just kicks off some stuff. So John Cena becomes Ricky Stanicky, and he goes to this bris party. It's like this circumcision event. He goes around the party, and the guys are like telling him to stay away from certain people because they might prod, and they're worried that John Cena might slip up. And John Cena, he kind of surprises them in this scene. It's like the same scene over and over again, even though it is funny. There's some funny lines. This is the best chunk in the film. You go through the exact same scene where someone goes up to Ricky Stanicky. They're like, you're not Ricky Stanicky, are you? And he's like, oh, well, actually, blah, 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 blah. It's like, oh, wow, you are Ricky Stanicky. And then there's like this ketamine joke where the guy who's going to do the circumcision, they throw ketamine into his mouth, and he thinks that it's an almond. So there's two actors I did not really enjoy in this film. The first one is William H. Macy, and William H. Macy is a good actor. He's been in some greats like fucking Boogie Nights, Room. Man, I kind of feel bad for him. Thinking about some of his movies, and I'm just like, even Jurassic Park 3 is such a step up from Ricky Stanicky. He talks the same, he says the same thing. It's so over the top. Or he's like, Stanicky, and he's just like flipping out like the entire movie, and it's just so annoying. And the other guy, I need to fucking find his name. Here, let me look him up. His name is Andrew Santino, and I don't want to be mean to the guy or anything like that, but he brings like nothing to the role. He's like the Jonah Hill type character in Superbad, or like a Cartman, where he's kind of like the mean one, but he doesn't go far enough. He's just kind of a boring asshole, and he kind of disappears in the last act of the movie. Like, he should have got like his ass whooped or something. I thought that would have been funny, but no, like nothing happened. There's this weird scene where Ricky Stanicky, he's like befriending like this girl, Zac Efron's wife. It's like her friend or sister or something like that. I don't really fucking remember. I just watched the damn movie. They go bowling, and one scene is so mean-spirited for no reason. She has like really long hair, and she looks fine. But John Cena, all of a sudden, he's like, yeah, nobody really likes your ugly ass fucking hair or something like that. And she's like, oh, I've always wanted to cut it. And he's like, oh, dude, you should cut it. You would look so cute in a pixie cut. He lifts her hair. Maybe not, actually. She gets really sad, and I was like, wait, did I miss something? Because, like, I feel like that's, like, a trope in and of itself. Characters, like, oh, you're not that ugly, or something's like revealed. He lifts her hair, and I thought there was like a big scar or something like that, or maybe like a penis shaped fucking mole. But no, he just lifts her hair, and she's just a normal girl. And he's like, oh, you're fucking ugly. And she runs away, and he's like, wait a minute. I only said that because you shouldn't care about what other people think. And she's like, oh, maybe you're right. And I'm just like, this is really stupid. And then her hair gets caught in like the bowling machine. Bowling balls fall in her head, and very bizarre. There's like a few scenes like that. There's a really bizarre scene where Zac Efron fights a goose that's trying to drown a dog. And Zac Efron, next to his wife, he fucking jumps in there, and he starts like fighting this goose. It comes out of nowhere, and that's like another trope. This movie has so many tropes that I cannot stand, where you have to have a scene where the main character fights an animal. The Haunted House 2, the Wayans bro fights a chicken. Him and Gabriel Iglesias are trying to eat it. I thought that was kind of funny because it was like a rubber chicken. It looks so stupid. But this one, it's like, it's a real goose and it's a real dog. And I'm just like, this is like kind of disturbing. Like this dog like fighting for its life. It's so weird. It's like, there's so many weird scenes. Like John Cena making fun of this poor girl. There's like Zac Efron fighting a goose. Ricky Stanicky having a performance while these two dogs like fuck each other on like a love bed. Did I watch this movie? Is this real? I think it is. Ricky Stanicky, he doesn't want to go back to being an actor after they're done with him, so he kind of pushes himself onto their lives. He gets hired with his charm and all that by William H. Macy and like their big business firm, and there's like this big deal that's going to happen. And so Ricky Stanicky, he kind of helps. William H. Macy loves Ricky Stanicky. And the guys, they're like kind of coming up with plans to get rid of him. And then Ricky Stanicky comes up to them and he has like a laptop and he shows them a video. He's like, that's the problem with William H. Macy. He keeps making like these like jerk off motions while he's speaking. Like whenever he does like a board meeting or something like that, he always does like he's sucking a cock. That's why nobody respects him. And Zac Efron's like, oh, so what? Ricky Stanicky's like, I gotta talk to him. And Zac Efron's like, no. Actually we should. Yeah, we should fucking let him talk to him. He's gonna ruin it. They let Ricky go talk to William H. Macy, and then William H. Macy comes out. You guys in my office, Zac Efron, I don't like you because you don't tell me the truth. I've been making cock-sucking motions this entire time. No wonder why our business is fucking failing. Zac Efron's like, oh my god, this is happening again? Zac Efron like lashes out at Ricky. He's like, you need to fucking stop, like, involving yourself in our lives. You're ruining everything. John Cena's like, yeah, man, you're right. Like, you're a liar, but I'm also lying because I have no life and my life sucks. Nobody knows who I am. But when I'm Ricky Stanicky, everyone knows who I am. Zac Efron's like, you're right, man. There's the big deal at the end. It's like a big presentation. Zac Efron, he's like, I have to tell my wife the truth because she's like a reporter, and if she does a story on Ricky Stanicky, she's going to find out he's a fraud, and it's going to destroy her career and everything. And so he does. But the big twist is that she already knew that he was Ricky Stanicky. You know that they're going to get caught at the end. And I was kind of hoping that there would kind of be a subversion in the film, but there really wasn't. There wasn't for anything. In fact, it was like the opposite. But then it goes into like the sad scene where Zac Efron's like waddling around. He's like, damn, I'm gonna get fucking fired. And then Zac Efron has like the big speech where he's like, I'm sorry guys, it's all fake. And everyone's like angry at him, and William H. Macy's like, you're fucking fired. Zac Efron's sad because he got fired, and so he's waddling away like a sad penguin. And then his friend comes up to him. He's like, dude, you gotta see this. And he's like, what? And so he goes over there, and the interview is like this big inspirational thing for Ricky Stanicky. Ooh, his wife did help him out after all. And William H. Macy's, he's like, you know what, Zac Efron, you're not so bad after all. And so they all live happily ever after. They get the fucking deal like you knew that they were going to get from the very beginning. They go into the sunset, and I guess that's the end of the movie. The credits are like Comic Sans, And the very end is William H. Macy doing TikTok, because that's like an earlier line in the movie, because he's making gestures of him sucking dick when he's doing speeches. And so that's the very last end of the movie, just so everyone in the audience or everyone at home, because this is on Amazon Prime, could laugh their fucking asses off and shit themselves. I don't want to be too hard on the movie because, you know, it's a fucking movie. It's not that serious. I'm sure everyone's going to forget about it. I was just kind of excited because I really like the concept. I do like John Cena as an actor. You know, I was kind of in the mood for a laugh. And I got some, I suppose, but nothing that I'll probably remember for a while, except for John Cena circumcising a baby with a cigar cutter. I don't know. It was all right. I mean, if you want to check it out, you can, but John Cena, do more comedies. Pick better scripts, because you're actually kind of funny.